And welcome again, everyone, to another edition of the BIS Podcast, broadcasting live on the Marvin Network. Josh Green, your host, here as always. And joining us today, we have the head of GIS, Alex Sanders, and the lovely Judy Beckham joining us here today as well. Alex and Judy, thank you for being on with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
All right. Well, again, we have, two of the pros of what we're talking about today here on the podcast is Deed AI, and something a little bit that we've kind of come up here at BIS, but I know that Alex and Judy have a little bit more information on it than I do, so I'm going to be letting them explain it to you here today. But first off, guys, Alex, we know what you do here at BIS, and I think this is the first time we may have had Judy on the podcast. So, Judy, kind of explain what you do here at BIS.
I am the deeds coordinator, and I help all the deed processing employees that assist the counties make sure all their deeds get processed and kind of track what's going on. And I assist with some of the mapping also.
All right, cool. And again, Alex, I mean, we've had you on a couple of times, so we already know what you do. Play a lot of golf, right?
They do pay me for certain things at this company, and I would say golf is probably not one of those. Unfortunately, the skills did not warrant a professional golfing career. But far as mapping and deeds, I do have some valuable input to BIS for that, and I do want to say as well with Judy, she's very humble about what she does here. She does more. She runs the deeds department. Without her, we definitely are not as well suited. So we appreciate everything she does and her years of experience and in knowledge that she brings to our deeds department. So.
Awesome. Well, again, I'm trying to work on that golf out. I'm trying to get those golf, so I'm trying to get those added to our resumes. That way we can imply those here at BIS. But that's another talk for another time. So again, folks, we're talking Deed AI today here on the podcast. And Judy, I'll go ahead and start with you since you're such an expert on deeds. So first off, Judy, what are deeds and why are they important to an appraisal district?
Well, a deed is a legal document that transfers legal ownership of real property, which is land or anything attached to the land, such as buildings, from one person to another. They are usually recorded in the local county clerk's office, and the deeds give the appraisal district, the owners of the properties in their county, the ability to assess the property for property taxes.
And how have appraisal districts traditionally handled inputting information from a deed to their software systems?
This has been done manually by looking up the property being conveyed and then updating each one into their software system manually.
Oh, wow. So again, as you talked about there, Judy, having to do this manually. Now we're kind of getting to the technology part of it, or the technology age, if you will, so to speak. And Alex, I know you got a little bit to speak on this. So what is BIS doing, Alex, to develop, to help appraisal districts manage their deeds?
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, as Judy mentioned, this is traditionally done by manual data entry, and we at BIS kind of looked at this and said, well, what kind of technologies can we apply to this to assist a deed processor in not having so much manual entry. So we've developed a system that is able to ingest a deed either as a PDF or an image file that's received from the county clerk, and it's processed through our system, and it actually goes through and reads that deed and extracts the relevant information from that deed as a text that we can then utilize within a database workflow system that can assist in helping automate a lot of the processing of those deeds so that the user doesn't have to manually type this information in. So we are really excited to bring forth new technologies that we're calling Deed AI that automate and create a workflow system for deed processing. So we're using artificial intelligence to scrub the information essentially from deeds and provide those processors, that internal appraisal district staff ability to automate.
Gotcha, Alex. So, when we talk about AI, well, are we talking about like the Matrix AI, Skynet AI, or what kind of AI are we talking about, Alex?
Luckily, with deep processing, artificial intelligence has no plan to fully take over society or replace fully the staff that works within an appraisal district. Artificial intelligence can definitely assist us with a lot of these technologies and extracting information, but there's still a lot of uh, deeds and other information that would still need to be read and understood by actual appraisal district employees or our internal BIS staff to be able to process those deeds. There's a lot of nuances within all those records that not artificial intelligence can fully take over at this point. So I'm pretty confident we don't have to worry about Terminator showing up at an appraisal district site yet.
All right, just want to be clear on that, just so make sure we're safe.
But workflow and automation to the way that we've built an application and a wrapper around these will be as much of an assistance as anything. This way, users can be able to uh, see which deeds are needing to work, which ones have problems, which ones have been completed, uh, you know, gain relevant insight of how much time is being spent on particular deeds and uh, you know information regarding the types of deeds and being able to create better reporting tools around this as well. So it's not only artificial intelligence, but it's also the workflow and reporting tools that we're building within this application.
And how important is that, Alex, or how easier is this going to make it for our clients and for people that they're going to use our DAI? How, much easier is that workflow going to be for them?
I believe much easier, and we're really evaluating time spent and time saving, and that's really the big selling point that we want to implore upon people is, really reducing that staff time for what they have to do for processing needs, so that they can assist the office and other means as well.
Yes, sir. Well, Judy, I'm going to go back to you right quick. Is it helpful to have good reporting on your deeds?
Oh yes, it's very imperative to have good reporting, to keep a good workflow so you can track which documents need to be processed, which ones don't need to be processed, which ones need more research, or you're totally unable to be processed, and what you need to do to contact the grantor or grantee, and then of course which ones are completed. So you'll know all your work is done.
And Alex, does BIS have additional staff to assist you with deed processing, or how does that kind of process work?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, we understand that a lot of appraisal districts, their staff is very fluid, and so hiring and keeping on certain staff that have that knowledge can be difficult. So we do have our own internal staff that can assist with those deeds that can't be processed through the system, that need additional work and people with the knowledge base of how that's supposed to be processed. And again, uh, Judy and her team is absolutely wonderful at being able to understand those nuances of within the deeds and how those need to be updated within the CAMA system. So really really just can't say enough of the wonderful job that she and the team do with assisting our clients and being that additional help.
Yes, sir. And this will be, just from what it sounds like, revolutionary when it comes to dealing with deeds. And I know, Alex, that we're fixing to have, and I think you're fixing to lead a webinar on this topic, I believe, coming up this month on the 26th.
Yes, sir. So at the end of this month, on the 26th at 2 p.m., we'll be further discussing and displaying the application and talking with clients on how they can best utilize it for their staff, or how we can assist in setting it up and utilizing it within our team and our staff as well. So uh, if you'd like more information on that, please contact myself or with our sales team, and we'll make sure you get the relevant link and set up to see what we've got available coming up soon.
Yes, sir. Again, just to definitely reiterate what I just said again, contact us here at BIS. We'll be sure to get you that link for the Zoom call for the webinar that we will be doing again. That'll be on the 26th of this month at 2 p.m. Well, guys, we're just about out of time here on the podcast today. Enjoyed talking with y'all, really getting some insight on DAI. Anything that we kind of left out, anything that y'all have to wrap it up for us today?
I did want to mention that we will be having a special this month as far as being able to sign up with some discounts on the application for the first year, as well as discounts on the setup fee. So if y'all are more interested in that those savings, let us know, and we will get our sales team on that as soon as possible.
All right. Judy, anything to declare before we sign it off today?
No, just that I think it's going to be a wonderful workflow system, so y'all need to sign up for it.
All right, awesome. Well, again, folks, we've been talking with Judy Beckham and Alex Sanders today. Again, DAI, the new product we're rolling out here at BIS. You should really get on this webinar, folks. Again, it's going to be September the 26th at 2 p.m. Alex is going to explain it. And again, if you want to get on this, you should get on it because it's going to be a revolutionary thing to how you handle deeds. Well, again, guys, I appreciate you joining me here today. Again, thank y'all so much for being on the podcast today, guys.
Thanks for your time, Josh. Thanks, Judy. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Thank y'all for being on. Y'all are welcome anytime. Again, you've been listening to the BIS Podcast, broadcasting live on the Marvin Network. We've been talking with Judy Beckham and Alex Sanders. Thank you again all for joining in. And until next time, so long and goodbye.